Hey, you don't look confident, Bo. You don't look confident when you're doing that. You don't look confident.
Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs insight? Welcome to the Four Guys in a Bar, sponsored by ChiefsBlitz.com, presented by UnderdogFantasy.com. Here's your Chiefs Blitz host, Dick Athan, with Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, and Hense
He got
Todd.
the winning Super Bowl touchdown.
Okay, got a catch. Anybody could have made that catch.
The Kansas City Chiefs select Josh Simmons, offensive tackle, Ohio State.
You did it, man. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Guys, y'all got it. Comment. Guys, y'all.
I don't know what the trade details are. Hold on.
Woo!
They got Worthy.
Xavier Worthy.
Isn't that crazy? It's been 11 months since the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, and it's gone by so fast.
Oh, it's time to piss straight off. Pull up a picture of 81. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Rashad Smith.
Rashad Smith. Let's go.
There it is. The Chiefs have done their perfect draft.
Dre's gone. I don't know where he's gone.
Yo, welcome to the show. It's the Chiefs Blitz night. Breaking down the plays, keeping everything tight. From my homes to the defense, we can be the scoop. Real talk, real stats, we the ultimate troop.
Nick's still out there searching for MVS. Nick is not in here today. You know me. So it's three guys in a bar with the four guys in a bar. Bow ties on it though.
Look at that. That's beautiful. It's like the shield. Like wearing the NFL shield on your chest, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
So with that said, we want to thank everybody for joining in. I am Hense Todd. That is Lou Montagna, and that is Andre Tillman. Everybody, man, that they want to throw up on their bus every time we talk trash about the Chiefs. But other than that, guys, we want to thank you guys for joining us in here. We only streaming on YouTube today, so if you guys just looking for us, me, hey, you know what to hit us up at Chiefs Blitz on YouTube for now on going forward. So with that said, let's hear from our sponsors of the hour. Baseball is back.
That's right. Baseball is back on Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you cash in today. You can play the pick'em game. It's very similar to what you did with the NFL. We're doing the Chiefs stuff. Now it's all about baseball, and especially the Royals. You can go higher or lower. It's really simple to use. Their app is amazing. You just choose your entry fee. You decide what you want to play, and you just see the winnings coming if you know what you're doing. So take a swing today and make sure that you sign up for Underdog Fantasy, and they're going to give you a meatball right off the gamut, Bobby Wood Jr. special. So start with a W for your first entry and new customers. Make sure you use the code Chiefs Blitz.
Go ahead, Luke.
Yes, sir. It's me. There I am. In full. A lot of arrowheads on that picture too. Yeah, Underdog Fantasy Sports. You got to play to win, man. Go ahead and sign up. Use the QR code there. Promo code, of course, is Chiefs Blitz. Deposit $5. Doesn't go well right off the bat, you get 50 bonus. So plenty of other opportunities to play. WNBA is going on right now. Obviously, baseball is huge at this point. A lot of guys hitting a lot of jacks. So follow your favorite player. Play the over, of course. Always play the over. Never play under. But yeah. And if you do sign up, as an additional bonus, we
get this cube.
The four guys in a bar. In other words, one of us, Nick Athan, from his own personal collection, will grant you an autograph card, something from his memorabilia collection. Again, absolutely free. Once we've seen that you've signed up for Underdog. So,
Well, I tell you what, you definitely ain't getting that damn cube. I think the cube was responsible for the Chiefs meltdown in the Super Bowl.
No. You guys
was responsible.
You guys saw that Caitlin Clark's signed rookie card went for $660,000, right?
Yeah.
The cube way more than that. So forget it. We're not giving it away.
Hey, that's the question I asked. That's the question I asked. On the show on Saturday on Clayton Clark card. Would you pay that much for a card, Luke?
I've never been huge on that. I haven't really gotten into the memorabilia thing. I used to collect cards when I was a kid. Didn't really save many of them. So I probably not. I don't know what. If I'm like who would like a star, that Charlie Sheen is big on that. He will buy different baseballs and so forth. I mean, he's a big guy like that. So if you're worth millions of dollars, that might be worth it to you. I'd love to be able to do it, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I love being able to do it, but I don't think I can see myself paying that much for it. Even Patrick Mahomes card, I can't even see myself doing that. Be that much money. That's a brand new house.
The real question, I will buy a card like soon as like if they get into the league, I'll buy it when it's fresh. But for purchasing the card, no, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. So with that said, let's get into our updates. Luke.
All right. So via our own feed here, no practice today for Christian Fulton. Of course, he's hasn't practiced yet since training camp opened. So had the cleanup on the knee per Coach Reed earlier this week. Really don't know how serious that is. It sounded they're not too concerned about it. So hopefully we'll be not too concerned about it as we move forward. I don't remember the rest of them there, Hense, if you want to throw that back up. Okay, so I guess not. So,
I thought you were talking about the good news.
Chiefs O-line remains the same for day 2 of padded practice with Josh Simmons at left tackle and Juwan Taylor at right. Jalen Moore is rotating in at the right tackle. He and Juwan splitting reps there. And I think that probably has a lot to do with Juwan just ramping up. But by the same token, Jalen Moore, having those opportunities to be out there with the other guys at right tackle had to show the coaches something there so that if Juwan Taylor's not looking so good as we move through camp, they'll have a decision to make, which will be interesting because of all the money that he's owed. And you don't want to have a guy like that sitting on the bench, but if the other guy's better, hey, best 5 are going to play.
Yeah, I agree.
The best 5 going to play. And also back to the injury report. Go ahead.
Yeah, there you go. So Jake Brenningstool also not practicing. Darius Rush. Rush, I think, it was recently added to this, but Brenningstool also has been out with that hamstring tweak, again, as Coach Reed put it in his press conference. So not a lot to be concerned with here. And knock on wood, we haven't seen anything too bad. I think Omar Norman Lott, the first play, padded practice on Sunday, had a little issue, but then came back to practice and finished out. So, so far so good in terms of health and not a whole lot of nicked up players at this point.
All right. Let's get what Clark Hunt had to say.
Okay, so Clark addressing the media today as well. 2 great options between building a new stadium in Kansas or remaining in Missouri. Primary option in Missouri is a renovated Arrowhead, not building a new stadium. So this is where what it's gonna come down to, I believe, is how aggressive they want to be with an investment in the move, right? Because if they do that, there's a lot of ancillary income that comes along with, they're almost like building a little city, in Kansas around the stadium in terms of retail shops and condos, whatever they're going to do there, a casino potentially. So there's a lot that can happen there dollars wise in Kansas. Now, in terms of Missouri, from what I understand, wouldn't that be grand of a scale? It would just be the I guess the nostalgia of staying in the house that Lamar built. So we'll see. It remains to be seen. This, it's all negotiating right now. I'm sure Clark had his talking points. I didn't get to see it myself. I just made it through. Trent McDuffie was the last one I think I saw speak. Clark must have spoken at the end, but we'll see. I mean, both sides are going to do, have their talking points in the press, kind of negotiating without really sitting at the table. So we'll see where this all goes.
All right.
Yeah, I think they stay in Missouri when it's all said and done. Like I said, it's like the classic car. You don't want to do much to it. You don't want to, strip it and put take out the classic 350 block. The back in the day, the classic 350 block, you know what I mean? They get the nice engine. Then you want to put a Charger engine in there. You want to take the, new Charger V6. But you don't want to do all that.
I got you. So basically, you want that mud to crumble. You want that mud to crumble. You want the inside to crumble. You want the outside gonna look shiny, but the inside gonna crumble. That's what it is, man. We gotta go.
Looks like Mango's got some breaking news here via the Broncos. There was rumors this morning that they were close with Courtland Sutton, and evidently those rumors have come to fruition because he signed a new 4-year extension.
The teacup killer,
$92 million. What's that work out to? About $23 million per year. So that puts him, not obvious. It's reasonable in the middle of the wide receiver market, which I think that's probably a fair number for him. Yeah. I don't know the details of what he had left on his current deal. But I'm assuming this is a new money. But that's great for the Broncos. They get their top receiver signed for the next 4 years.
You signed the teacup killer. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Is that whatever? No one know what you're saying, sir.
You did because you paused.
No one know what you're saying, sir.
It's all right. It's all right, Bronco. I got your back, bro. I got your back.
Hey, somebody go on Twitter and Facebook and tell everybody in Chiefs Kingdom that we're on YouTube. So,
I think we beat the dead horse, Lou. I think we beating that down. That's why we beat it. Huh?
We haven't said it that much today, but so there are maybe some people that we beat them over the head, but not everybody got the message.
I think you probably knocked them out, Lou.
Give them a reminder. Go out there, Mango. If you're back there, maybe some reminders. There we go.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
so the show hasn't changed a bit. If you're watching us through YouTube, nothing has changed, right? It's just that, in order to build up the channel, we're trying to kind of funnel all our viewers through this one hose, if you would. That'll help the show grow a little bit. So let those people know on the different socials. If you're, go ahead and clicking away while you're watching us, let them know, hey, they're on YouTube. Got to go to YouTube.
So with that said, hey, it's 12 days away from football, guys. Before we see the Chiefs take on the Arizona Cardinals first preseason game. 12 days,
baby. 12 days of Christmas, huh?
That's right. That's right, guys.
That we roast some Cardinals.
Ain't roasting no Cardinals, sir.
Take out the feathers. But again, man, it's 12 days away. This Thursday is going to be a game. Chargers against the. Keep on forgetting who they play.
Yes, the Hall of Fame game. That's Thursday night, and then of course, Hense Todd's very own show on Friday night. Because that's when they give out the gold jackets in camp. So, wait. I'm getting in my ear. No, evidently it's not Hense Todd. I think it's Rich Eisen that's hosting that again this year.
Hey, no,
but Hense, you may be in the back with a rack of gold jackets for the other guys that maybe 20 years or 30 years from now will be showing up.
I'll be back there because the guys I said is going to be doing good, man. They out there doing good, But also, what was it? Sunday show because we moved the shows, to Sunday because it's Saturday. We had somebody said, what did he say? He said, Josh Allen has Honda hands. Honda hands.
He said Honda hands. He said Simmons has Honda hands. You know what I'm saying?
If you don't know who that is, that's the guy who's Street Fighter that moves his hands very fast.
Big fat sumo guy off Street Fighter 2.
So Street Fighter was like a 90s video game?
Super Nintendo video game.
There you go. All right.
So if you ain't seen it yet, Josh Simmons out there just holding his own in pads. First, we seen it in shorts, right? We seen it in shorts. We're like, okay, we're going to see what the pads come on, right? If the pads come on, we're going to see what it actually do. And the kid's been out there holding his own when pads come on.
I think the Chiefs found their guy, though. I think the Chiefs found him. I was like, God damn, he beat up my boy Galati. He threw my boy, bro. I ain't like that, man. Hey, he threw my guy, man. Shout out, Mango. Give you your props, Mango, man.
Whoever got that video didn't do Ashton many favors.
Didn't bro. I was pissed. I was like, God damn. But we see why you're a first round guy, though, Lou.
We're talking about
why
Simmons
a first round guy.
Well, as you go back to all the comments of former offensive linemen, just talking about the kid in terms of what they saw in film when he was healthy, and just you don't throw out names like Trent Williams, okay, very loosely.
You don't.
And everybody really does their best not to make those types of comparisons. But you had, Jason Kelsey was one of them. Right. Andrew Whitworth was another one, glowingly of the kids. So again, you want to temper your enthusiasm a little bit because, we haven't seen him do it in a red uniform yet. And you've got various speeds of the game, right? They always talk about, once the regular season starts, it's a different speed. You get to the playoffs, it's a different speed. You get to the Super Bowl, it's even a different speed. So you go from OTAs to mini camp, to training camp with pads, all those have different various speeds, and has gotten glowing remarks all the way through. So the next speed is a game, whether it's preseason or not, summer ball, whatever, it's the next game, right? So let's see how he does there, and then just continue to stack. But we're very very encouraged, obviously, because there hasn't been a franchise left tackle here for some time.
Hey, Lou, and he's doing a great job, Lou. Again, man, I know we were talking about OTAs, training camp, but now you got the pads on. That man is really out there putting in the work and imposing his will and dominate on that side. And let's be frank, we've never seen a left tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs do this in quite a long time.
Yeah, I guess Eric Fisher. Say what you will about Orlando Brown Jr. I mean, he had his moments, but I don't know that. I mean, he's definitely not the athlete that this kid is.
No, absolutely not.
It's
absolutely
night and day. I think
absolutely
OBJ was just a big dude, probably more of a right tackle, truth be told. But this kid is different, and he wasn't just handed this job. And even if they just slid him in there because they wanted to see something, he's taking it. He's not saying, well, we don't know, whatever. I mean, I think by all accounts, he's grabbing this bull by the horns and not taking anything for granted, taking extra reps after walkthroughs from what we're hearing. So God bless him. I hope he remains healthy, and we'll see what happens that first preseason game, and then we'll wait to see what happens, that Friday night in Brazil against the Chargers.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and I hope this kid go out there. Hey, we got to make it the Honda hands with Josh Emmons' head on top of it, moving this fast like this, and have everybody going against him. That was a good one from Sunday. So
don't tease us with that. What, you didn't do it? You don't have it?
It's coming.
It's coming.
Okay. So this is a tease then for everybody.
So with that said, it's another kid that's stepping up to the plate as well at wide receiver in Jalen Royals. Let's get into some taking about him because this is today's show topics. We're gonna be talking about Jalen Royals, his potential with the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's go ahead and get to the first question, Luke.
All right. Jalen, let's go. Where's Kareem? Is he his boy from Utah? Let's go. What are Jalen's key strengths that make him a promising addition to the Chiefs? Coach, you're in the catbird seat here.
I believe it's his shiftiness. He's very shifty. A long arm guy. He got good hands. I think Jim's been shifty. Because like I said, to me, he bodies Rice in the sense of the same body type. You know what I'm saying? It's like he has the same look and the shiftiness. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing is like, can he put it together? Can he put that together? But yeah, all day I think it's just his body type, and he's shifty getting off the line. And plus, that's what Andy Reid liked anyway. Andy Reid likes guys like that. That's shifty anyway. So if you can be shifty and you can wiggle, you can run some routes. Yeah. You have a role in this offense. You definitely have a role in this offense, man.
I would say his yak You know what I mean? After the catch. That's why I know from in Utah, you know what I mean? When I seen him catch the ball, you know what I mean? He was, hard to take down. You know what I mean? How he, possesses the balls. That addition to the Kansas City Chiefs. I know they got Juju, but Juju is young at age, but old in the legs. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been around the league for a long time. And then you got the other guys that's coming on as well. So if the potential of Rice getting suspended, this guy addition of that yak yard to catch after the run and everything else like that Rice actually brings to the Kansas City Chiefs, I think the additional Royals can add that same dynamic, the same thing where Dre just said, the same guy, but he can add that same thing at a younger age. What you had to say, Luke?
All right, briefly before I get into Jalen, looks like we got a new member of the
training camp.
Bringing the Blitz crew. Chiefs training camp news. Nice. So I guess Royals ligament sprain was healthy in the foot. Royals was on best available for a long time. A lot of teams didn't trust the medical. He will be solid 450 yards, 5 touchdowns this year. So thanks for jumping in, Chiefs training camp news. Welcome you to stick around. So I went back to my notes from before the draft on Jalen. So just a real quick recap: 6 feet, 205 pounds. So that's kind of what Coach was referring to in terms of similar body type or kind of size as Rashee. Ran a 4.42, but I think he also, I don't know if it was the fastest 10-yard split of all the wide receivers this past year at the combine, but he was under 1.49. So he gets out of the blocks very quickly. But the adjectives that I had for him were instinctive, body control, adjusts his routes well, zone beater, very smooth athlete, and he does really well on contested catches.
There you go.
To Hense's point, a lot of these things, again, at Utah State with a run after the catch. Now, was he just a better athlete than most of the guys on the field? Probably. So we'll have to see if he kind of can adjust to the pro game that way. It's about how quickly it happens. Again, the last 2 years, we kind of have a blueprint on how this goes with the rookie wide receivers. With Rashee and X, about halfway through the year, you see the light bulbs start to come on a little bit. And then about 3/4 of the way of the year, like, oh my God, we got a dude here. So I'm not saying that Jalen's going to follow the same path. Hopefully with, Rashee serving suspension, that he can kind of get himself ramped up a lot quicker and be able to be more effective sooner for the Chiefs. But yeah, I mean, he's going to be a guy. I mean, he certainly is, because there's no lock at the number 4 receiver on this team. And with Rashee being out, I mean, he could instantly be number 3, potentially number 2.
All right. Next question. Luke.
Okay, so how might Jalen Royals contribute to the Chiefs offense in his first year?
Well, depends on how they structure the offense going in. If he gets his opportunity, because how Reed likes to utilize his weapons. So it just depends. And again, I think Jalen Royals will come in and fit right on in. I don't think they will miss a step. If Rice does go out and gets his be away from the game for a little bit, I think Rice will definitely step in and fit that immediately, because of his body size and how well he can move off the line. Like looking at training camp, you get a close eye on this guy and looking like, oh wow, he is the guy. He is the guy. So I feel like with Rice out, Royals can get the opportunity to come in and he will do well, because like I said, I don't see no difference between Rice or Royal. You know what I'm saying? It's like the same guy going out there. So I believe I'll say
it'll be fine. I'll say his first year, because I know Lou just said his body type, Rashee Rice. Like I said, it's more Jamar Chase, right? The same body size, the same type. Not because he wore number 1 in college, and Jalen, Jamar Chase wear number 1 in right now. But I see this guy in the first year. that just the receiver room kind of at a receiver coming in with the Kansas City Chiefs, they kind of pick up the offense slow and and then they catch off in the middle of the year like Xavier Worthy, looks like Rashee Rice did as well. I see this guy doing the same thing, but even a little faster if Rashee Rice gets suspended. But in his first year with the Kansas City Chiefs, I know the Chiefs training camp news put 500 and some yards, where he put 405 touchdowns. I'm gonna double that. I'm gonna double it. I'm gonna say he's gonna have 800 yards. You know what I mean? I'll say 800 yards, maybe 7 touchdowns with the Kansas City Chiefs, because how the Kansas City Chiefs is going to move, because you don't know what you're going to have with Rashee Rice. We probably thinking 2 games. You know what I mean? The Chiefs probably thinking 4, and the league probably thinking 6 or 7. We don't know. But if the first year of his coming out, I can see him, starting off a little slow, but actually catching on like Xavier Worthy and Rashee Rice did in their first year with the Kansas City Chiefs. Go ahead, Lou.
Well, I think that's a good point. I mean, it really depends on, how long Rashee's out, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, opportunity is going to, translate into numbers. So I'm not going to put a prediction on numbers, how many yards, this, that, and the other thing. I don't know that that's really that important. Most important thing for him to be is available, be ready to rock and roll, and have Patrick's trust. So best case scenario, as I mentioned earlier, probably, he could be the number 2, number 3 receiver. And what I mean is not necessarily like in progressions or spots on the field, but just kind of in the pecking order of kind of targets, I would think. And again, if this thing stays kind of static in terms of how quickly these guys adjust, it's going to be several games. So he may not be hitting his stride until Rashee comes back. But if all reports are correct and the younger guys are kind of seeing him kind of speed up his, I don't want to say maturation, but just comfortability in the offense and with Patrick, then yeah, maybe he gets a ton of opportunity while Rashee is out. He's going to play, he's still going to play when Rashee comes back, but obviously not nearly as much.
Yeah,
because
agreed,
they're not going to be putting 4 and 5 receivers on the field on a regular basis. Exactly. There may be some packages like that, but anyway, yeah, best case, I think he comes out and has the ability to be either the 2 or 3.
Especially we got Juju out there too, though. Because like I said, like Andrew's going with experience. He's going with experience, so he's going to get his touches though. But
I don't know about that. So what about the next question? Lou, go with.
Okay, so what are some potential challenges Royals might face in transitioning from college to the NFL?
Just learning Andy Reid's playbook. Learning the West Coast offense, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn the playbook, and everybody knows Andy Reid's playbook is real thick. It's a thick playbook, and that's another reason why he might not see much time on the field, because you got to get used to that playbook. You got to get the hold of the playbook. So that's another reason. But yeah, it's always the playbook. A little bit of game speed, the playbook.
I'll say that the challenge is him coming from Utah. Transferring right over to the competition level that he faced when he was down there as well, and transferring from Utah coming to the NFL, getting picked in the 4th round that he got picked in. 4th, was it? I'm correct. I don't know for sure, but yeah,
that's your guy, man.
Yeah, the 4th round, he got picked in the 4th round. You know what I mean? And now, the knock on him was coming out that they had the spread offense. They was playing a lot. They used the whole side. They used the whole field in Utah with Jalen Royals and the rest of the wide receivers down there. And they wasn't like using like the size how everybody else run their offense in the NFL, but they had 8 guys all the way out. So that as well, like, okay, when you're in a tighter space, how you gonna get off the gym, off the line? How you gonna get out the slot? How you gonna go out on the outside and beat your guy as well? So that right there, him transferring from Utah and how they was running their offense down there in Utah and bring that to the NFL, I'm trying to see if, what he actually can, bring to the NFL with the Kansas City Chiefs. But that right there might be something, he got to transfer, transform from from Utah to the NFL that he might have a problem with.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that just about every receiver that comes in the NFL is going to face some of that. And again, coming from, I guess, not not one of the Power 4 conferences, that might put a little bit of extra layer of having to adapt. But I think by all accounts, he's doing that so far. And again, when the speed changes in terms of the games, from to a preseason game, and then from there a regular season game. I think just at the onset, just making it through an Andy Reid camp without getting any soft tissue injuries, being able to pick up things, as Coach was alluding to regarding the offense, getting Patrick's trust, all those things is just going to be all part of it. And again, so far so good. It seems like, again, by reports, what we're hearing. So yeah, I'm confident in this kid's ability. It'll just be, I think, more so the mental part of it, as it has been with the other two that did play at a higher level and did play in Power 4 conferences.
Yeah. Let's get to this question here, Luke.
Okay, Crystal Lee's been bringing it lately. According to the at worthiest, number 1, number 11 at Royals is very intelligent, understanding the playbook. All right, so there you have it, straight from Crystal. Stanley Mooney, thanks for popping in, Stanley. Yeah. Royals will not be a receiver that any team will give an extra step to. He will be noted as a weapon, not just a fill-in. This entire wide receiver room is dangerous, especially with Mahomes on the other end. Thank you, Stanley. Yeah, I mean, they do. This has the potential to be a great receiving room, great receiving group. A lot of different body types. Seems like just about all of them. I mean, outside of like Juju, probably not quite as fast as the rest of them, but everybody seems to have the speed. So it'll be interesting. It really will, especially with the emphasis on bringing the deep ball back and having the opportunity to, from any one of those positions on as far as the receivers on the field, being able to take things down the field, and Patrick having the time to do it.
Yeah.
Yep. Speaking of Utah, go ahead and answer that. Read that question, Luke.
Which one?
On the screen.
Our question. I thought somebody else. Okay, so how does Jalen Royals compare to other wide receivers in this year's draft class?
Well, I'm gonna say this, man. Like, I'm not gonna put too much sauce on the young man. Just know he's decent compared to everybody else. Because, like I said, maybe he was in a weak conference or whatnot. But I mean, he's okay. He's okay. Nothing really stood out from the guy. Nothing really stood out from the guy for real. Like, he wasn't on nobody's highlight reel. You know what I'm saying? Nothing really stood out, man. But I mean, if he comes in this year and plays well and plays great, then fine. But other than that,
yeah, he did have some highlights. I think he had the most 50-plus yard touchdowns in Division I football.
Yeah,
receptions. That is.
But that's what I'm saying. Though, a lot of people really haven't talked about him though, because he really didn't stand out. Like, he wasn't. Oh my God, we got to get the Royal. He was like, he was cool. Well, if you do your research on, you're like, oh man, he dominated in Utah, but. Like, come on, like nobody was talking about
Utah State. So let's be clear, it's not. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody wasn't talking about him for real. I'm not saying the guy ain't good. Nobody wasn't talking about him. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, I'll say from the other guys that came out, like Higgins and the other guys that actually went before him, and also the kid from Mizzou. I can say he's gonna have compared to them, they're gonna have the tier line quarterback play that they're gonna be playing with, but he got chosen in the 4th round. Now he get the chance, like Lou said, to play with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, one of the offensive geniuses. So that actually can tap into that 50 yards, 50 touchdowns. What'd you say he laid the lead in?
50+ yards. Yeah, I think he had 7 over the last 2 seasons or something to that effect. But there was a lot of big plays.
There are a lot of big plays that Andy Reid can tap into. The same thing I thought when I seen Rashee Rice coming out from when he came out. I was like, what they gonna do with him, man? Like, what? I'm not seeing it. But then, he started playing. I was like, Jesus Christ, this kid is good. So, a lot of people want to say, this kid compared to Rashee Rice, but when I first started watching and digging into his tape, I know I said it before when we went into draft, and a lot of people said that. What? I said, hey, man, I think the kid comparison, coming out the class, I know he got slapped into the 4th round, but you kind of look at his play, it does remind you of Jamar Chase. The breakaway tackles, the catches on the sideline and everything else. I think Steve Smith Sr. said the same exact thing. He was like, these two guys, if you actually look at it, the body size and the play style is kind of the same. But looking at the other guys that like Jalen, Higgins that came out and went to Houston Texans, we're going to have to compare those two because these guys have got, Higgins a little taller, but they got the same kind of playing style. But if you look at these guys that's going to go into these teams, yes, Higgins went to Houston Texans, but you got the Royals went to Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes. So if these other guys in this class, wide receivers, if they're going to have any chance to being good, they're going to have to be compared to with a good quarterback and a good offensive coordinator. And I think Royals have that up and edge on everybody else.
Right, no, they ain't up and edge. No, he do not. No, he do not. What the hell? Go ahead.
When we were talking about the draft, I think the word was, this wide receiver group wasn't as good as the year before.
Right.
And we tend to say that a lot, right? It seems like every year, and then the next class, I don't want to say is better, but it's not as bad as we thought. So you had guys like Matthew Golden went in the 1st round, Luther Burden, right? Those two guys went early. The 2 kids from Iowa State, go to Houston in back-to-back rounds, I think in the 2nd and the 3rd round.
Nobody talk about, not to cut you off, nobody talk about Dre guy that went to Detroit. What's his name? Tesla's down there doing damage.
Tesla, right? But in terms of Jalen, I think when he was coming, I think it was probably about 10 receivers we were talking about. Kyle Williams is another one from Washington State. He's at New England. He went in the 3rd round, and they're extremely pleased with him. Again, by all accounts, we're not. Again, I don't have my drones or that I even have a drone that goes to these places, but this is just what you hear from the local guys. So you got to take it with a grain of salt. But I think he was right there. And again, maybe the separator was that he didn't go to Texas. He didn't play in the Big 12 like the Iowa State guys. He didn't play in the SEC like Luther Burden. He didn't play, at the highest level. But you can say the same thing about Kyle Williams. It played in what was left of the Pac-12 or the Pac-2 at the time at Washington State. So everybody, hey, none of that matters at this point. And all of them seem to be, again, from what we're hearing, are kind of carving out a role on their respective teams.
Yeah.
So remains to be seen. We'll see. But at this point, I think he's got to be mentioned up there with any 5 or 6 rookie receivers that you mentioned.
Is Caddy saying Royals might be better than number 4 Rashee Rice? Is that what I'm hearing? Or is that what I'm seeing?
She's throwing a whole dish in there: broccoli and cheese rice.
Broccoli and cheese rice. You know what? Hey, that's a big statement. That's a big statement.
There's some flavor on that statement.
Yeah, she did. Well, she put some paprika on that,
making me hungry.
What do you think about that, Lou? Do you believe that statement?
Crystal, she is bringing it lately. Might be accused of being a little, maybe a little ambitious with some of these takes.
Hey, I love it.
Hey, maybe he will. We don't know. Let's wait and see. But the path that Rashee's on right now, I can see him, and we've said this before, I can see him being a top 10 receiver in the NFL this year.
Yeah, man.
Depending on, now again, forget about the statistics because he's going to miss several games. We don't know how many, but I think he's going to be up there in that echelon of receivers. So that extension is going to be kind of costly. Jalen, if he kind of shows that he's on that same path, as we go into this year, then sure, he's got a chance to do it, because I think that's part of the insurance, is that if you can't get Rashee re-signed to an extension, that you've got the next guy ready to go.
No, most definitely. How you feel about that, Bo? She said, "Yo, boy," she said, "Rugby better than your boy broccoli and rice."
I don't think that. I don't know. I can't say I didn't see this kid play in preseason yet, so I don't know. He may be. Maybe if I compare him to Jalen, what's his name? Tuna Ken over there in Tuna Town, Cincinnati. If he's over there at the Jamar Chase, if I compare him to Jamar Chase, I don't know. I'm not saying Jamar Chase is better than Rasheed Rice. I'm just saying
you don't want to put gold jackets on everybody. You put gold jackets on everybody before they even touch the field. I'm just saying
he probably had the potential. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
let's get to the next question.
Yeah, I don't want to go too far off on a tangent here, but when you mentioned that Cincinnati is a tuna town,
come on,
maybe you explain that a little bit better for those of us that heard.
Because they the Tigers, and they like the Tigers like tuna, and
Tigers like tuna.
Who told you Tigers like tuna?
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
That's what Justin Reed called them. He said, "Shut up, tuna in the can." That's what he called us. I've been calling them that ever since then.
Okay. All right. So, who knew? I didn't know. So only if you go to the zoo, carry your little disc or whatever the hell you like.
Please don't feed the Tigers tuna.
See how that goes, right?
We want to be aggravated. We don't want to aggravate the Tigers.
Let's get to the next question.
All right. So, how might Jalen playing style complement Patrick's strengths as a quarterback?
Come on, coach.
Oh man, Shell. We just stated just like Rice, man. Come off the line, shifty, man. A yak guy. He's a yak guy. I mean, come off the line. You talking about tuna in the can? You talking about you can compare him to my boy Jamar Chase. So obviously Jamar Chase is the greatest receiver in the game right now. So I'm a little right there. Okay, I'm a triple crown guy. But if you comparing him to Jamar Chase, and my boy do get busy. He can go out there, and make immediate impact immediately. Go out there and get busy. And plus, Patrick Mahomes been around, so Patrick Mahomes got an eye for the game now, right? So I do believe Patrick Mahomes will put the ball where it needs to be with Jalen Royals. I definitely agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's physical. He's physical off the line. You said he was knocking out people in college. He'd run over people, breaking tackles and whatnot, breaking tsunamis and. You know what I'm saying? Knocking over buildings and shit. So
watch his playing tape.
But honestly, he's physical. I gotta watch his playing tape. I know he's physical. I've seen a couple highlights. I'm surprised you put a gold jacket on this guy. But honestly, for real, he's a physical receiver.
Hey, he's sharing a golden jacket with Rasheed Rice right now, right? So that's what they're doing.
So basically, he's not worth his own gold jacket.
Not just yet.
Okay.
He just in there, just sharing it with him. But
he just has a sleeve. He's got a sleeve.
He got the sleeve. Then I bet. Okay.
He got the sleeve, but the handkerchief pocket. But other than that, man, I think his comparison, I can complete Patrick Mahomes. Strength is, like I said, the yak yards. Me standing in that playbook, and also if I'm him, I'm not gluing myself to Rasheed Rice and Hollywood Brown and everybody else. I'm at Andy Reid's dorm room. Soon he wake up next to coach every day. I'm sitting next to him. I'm eating with him, coming up new plays. Hey, coach, I know I'm a rookie. I know you probably want to talk to me right now because some coaches don't like talking to rookies. I'm like, hey, Mr. Andy Reid, what you asking? I'll get the golf cart ready for him. I'll be already up there at 3 a.m, pulling up with the golf cart, meet Andy Reid.
I got the tissue, boss. I got the toothpaste, boss.
I got everything ready for you. I'll be ready to go out there to learn their playbook fast as can because
what's up.
You got Hollywood Brown, Rasheed Rice, and them guys that you probably could lean on. But hey, if I want to get like who's close to Patrick Mahomes' ear than himself. Is Andy Reid. So if I'm Jalen Royals, I'm like, hey, Andy Reid, I ain't trying to bother the quarterback too much because he probably got what he got. But hey, can you throw me in some plays here?
He won't be tied as that man's underwear, basically what you're saying. Okay.
Personal.
I'll be closer to him than Tammy is to him herself.
Okay,
I'll be there.
So I don't know anything about Jalen's personal valet skills.
No, that's right.
Evidently, that's what it's going to take. So, I mean, in terms of playing with Patrick, the biggest thing again is just because just about every offense has timing in it, right? Exactly. So it's just bottom line is comes down to being where he needs to be when he needs to be there. And that's the whole thing. And that Nagy was talking about it today as far as what Patrick's been working on this offseason is going back and really doing a lot of fundamental things, especially with his feet, where they were running into issues last year where Patrick was getting to the, his, whether it's a 5th step, 7th step, whatever the play called for, and maybe the receivers weren't quite there yet, or they were there too fast. And then Patrick's trying to rush himself to make sure that he doesn't miss the receiver. So again, it's all those things, but that takes time. And that's why this offense can be so dynamic and explosive when it gets rolling, because if they have the timing right and the way that they structure the routes, there's always going to be somebody open.
Exactly.
It all comes down to, the line play married to Patrick's footwork, the wide receivers, are they breaking at the right depth, all that stuff. So that's probably the biggest thing for Jalen, next to making sure that Coach Reed has a cheeseburger sitting in his room when he gets there every night.
That's right. Bring them in a handkerchief too, man.
I'm a different type. I'll be right next to him.
I bet you would.
Yeah.
I bet you would.
So when he try to turn his night life off to go to sleep, click, I'm right there.
So when Hense talks about all these situations that he kind of stumbles his way into, there is no stumbling. This is all by design. He knows exactly where these bedtime story are going to be, when they're going to be there.
I'll be right
is there on time.
Hey, Lou, he's that man. He's that man's tailor, man. He know what tissue use to wipe his butt. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, man. But I mean, like for real, like if you that guy and you really love the game, bro, you would stick to that man like glue. You will, because you want to learn. Like you want to be a student of the game. So why not go after the big dog? You know what I'm saying? I want to learn from him. So I feel you on that one. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead and get to this question that DS had put in there.
All right, Demecchio. I don't think Royals will be better than Rice. Maybe next season he'll have the opportunities to be better than Rice. I don't see him getting the volume this season. Probably not. And again, but because of the suspension, then that's going to kind of accelerate things. So somebody's going to have to step up to be at least early on the number 3 person, if you would, if you subscribe to the fact that it'll be X Hollywood and then whoever that third person is. Is it going to be Juju? Is it going to be Royals? I'm sure that the whole team, the front office, the coaches want it to be Royals, but they're not going to. I don't think they're going to rush him or push him into situations. But also, by the same token, they do have to throw him in there because that's how he's going to learn too, is by making mistakes in real time, in speed. Now, hopefully, again, you try to work with that, and it hopefully doesn't hurt the team that much. But you got to get them out there. You got to get them live reps in real games, because otherwise, it's just all theory and watching it on your iPad and then in practice.
Facts, big facts.
All right, so with that said, get to the final question of the day.
Okay, so how is Jalen's impact the performance of the other wide receivers on the Chiefs roster?
Damn it, make an impact and catch the goddamn ball, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you look at it, guys, we got Juju X Hollywood. You got a plethora of receivers for the Kansas City Chiefs that can go out there and make plays. If you look at Rice is considered the number 1 guy, right? So if Rice goes down, is Royals going to be the number 1 guy, right? Is he taking that slot, or is Hollywood, or is Worthy taking that slot? You know what I'm saying? But for me, is this: just go out there and just be a weapon and catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? Because if he's catching the ball, then everything going to get to rolling. Not saying it's not going to get rolling if Royal don't catch the damn ball or he doesn't get an opportunity. I'm just saying, if you go out there, catch the ball, and make it easier for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Just no hiccups, because like I stated, the Kansas City Chiefs offense is the oiled machine. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to click. You know what I'm saying? So if he's catching the ball, the offense will be fine. Everybody else on a wide receiving core will be just fine. Just catch the damn ball. Now we know somebody on the show like MVS. He ain't here no more. He wasn't catching nothing for real, and they put a damper on the offense when he was involved. So what I'm saying is this: he goes out there and he catch the ball, everything will be just fine.
Well, the question said is, how do you think Jalen Royals arrival?
Catch the damn ball.
impact the performance of other wide receivers on the roster. So I think his impact of him coming and arriving into one Arrowhead drive is that Sky Moore, your notice is on notice right now, right? Juju, I know you're a veteran, but your notice is on notice right now. And the other guys is on the 1-year deals. Yes, I know your notice is on notice right now because this kid is coming out here performing and training camp and is showing it in OTAs and can carry that what he learned from OTAs and training camps and put that on the in Arizona with Minshew in the backups. And well, we would know. We see Jalen Royals out there with Patrick Mahomes and the starters in preseason. Then we know what Andy Reid thinks of him and what the impact of him on other wide receivers like Juju and Scott Moore and all these other guys that's on the bubble right now could be cut. So if his arrival coming into getting drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs is also going to, if I'm the other wide receiver like Scott Moore, I'm like, yes, y'all brought it. Yes, he came in the 4th round, but heck. It's other guys that's in the front of me, and I'm gonna have to kind of step up on my game. I know my training videos, I can do all this, but I'm gonna have to put this in pass and let this be all on note that the coach is not sitting there in silence. They over there praising me, right? They not looking at me saying, taking notes. They in there say, "God, good job, Todd. Good job, Todd. Let's go. Get up again, man." That's how y'all should be performing. Y'all should be performing just like Todd right here. See, that's what Jalen's going to bring and have the impact of the other wide receivers like Sky Moore and the other guys is on the bubble. Hey,
if he do that, it's a big if. If he do that,
better be on notice. I'm saying be on notice. If I'm the other guys, that's in the line.
So everybody got to be on notice. Everybody. So he gonna take everybody's job. Regardless
of what round he went in, I mean, he certainly just by his ability and what he's shown in college, I think immediately he's at worst the number 4 receiver if you're just looking like at a paper depth chart coming into camp. So all those guys are on notice, right? The guys below that, and even as Hense mentioned, the vets and the younger guys. And you still think of Sky as a younger guy because he really hasn't popped for him yet. But I mean, he's been on notice probably since last year because it just was uneven and he really didn't get to play that much. As far as his impact, Royals on the field for the other players, that if Rasheed's not on the field, defenses are going to slant towards Travis. They're going to slant towards X. They're going to slant towards Hollywood Brown. So if Jalen is able to do his job, make plays because maybe the defense isn't sliding towards him and show the ability that defenses start saying, well, wait a second, we got to deal with this dude too. And that kind of now the defense has to play a little bit more honest, and then Worthy will have more opportunities. Hollywood will have more opportunities. Travis will have more opportunities. Exactly. So no matter who is on the field, if everybody is kind of operating at a high level, that just makes it easier for everybody, all the receivers and Patrick especially.
Thank you. Doesn't matter what one guy ain't gonna do nothing, bro. It comes down to Travis Kelce. If he opens up, he's playing well. Everybody else playing well. If Royal drop a pass or two, who cares, right? It's okay. Who cares? Everybody's gonna step up. But all I'm saying is this: hopefully, Royal get the opportunity to go out there and play. And when his number is called, catch the goddamn ball. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Just catch the ball.
Right.
Go Jacket. You got something to say? Go Jacket.
That's his impact on the other guys is that they, again, defenses will have to play more honestly and not shade one guy over the other. So yes, I think he's got a huge opportunity in front of him. I mean, Hense said it before. I mean, you come into a Super Bowl caliber team, a team that's been to 5 of the last 6, and you have an opportunity to make a splash on a team that needs somebody to make splash plays. That he could vault himself to the best receiver in this class. I'm fully prepared to back that up because not everybody is going into a situation like that. So
just opportunities. If he go out there and he gets his time and he gets separation, he start really like get them yak yards early, them big catches. Oh, absolutely. But until then,
Well, you see him come out and smoke and embarrass and Mr. Williams over there in Arizona. You know what I mean? Rookie
Garrett
on
Williams. You talking about Will Johnson or Garrett Williams?
Will Johnson. If he come out here against Will Johnson,
he ain't smoking Will Johnson. I'm sorry.
We don't know if they come out there. 12 days to show.
He ain't smoking Will Johnson.
Well, we're gonna give Will Johnson 12-day notice. Jalen Royals.
Nah, man, he is not smoking. Now Garrett Williams, absolutely not.
G Pick is back from Saturday, man. What's up, man? I mean Sunday. Was it Sunday?
It was Sunday.
You know what came up with Honda
hands.
The
Honda hands.
Right. Hey, man, but we talk about Jalen Royals, man. Jalen Royals is, what is the potential of the Kansas City Chiefs?
But what is he though? Is he like if you look at all the receivers, right? Jalen Royals is a fifth guy. Probably the
I say fourth. No, who said you got Rasheed Rice,
you got
Hollywood Brown,
Juju.
I would probably put Jalen in front of him because I think what you're going to see. Now we've said this before, and I think Juju has more of a tight end skill set at this point than he does playing the other receiver positions. Now again, that's no slight against Juju. He's just kind of at that.
Real quick, fellas, I gotta take a big boy break. Give me one second.
Spot, of his career that's what he is. So I'm not saying that they're going to put him at tight end and that's the whole thing. I'm just saying that's kind of the skill set right now. What they're looking for, whether it's a third receiver, fourth receiver, is somebody like Jalen Royals, somebody that can take a short pass and take it the distance, somebody that can get over the top of the defense and has all those abilities, has the abilities for the contested catch, all those things that he has shown the ability to do. Now, as we've been saying the whole show, is can he translate it to the NFL level? So far, again, against his own team, he appears to be, fitting in very well. And he is, I don't want to say ahead of anything. He's just where he needs to be. So he continues that and we'll see the result. But yeah, I'm sure they want him, if they had a pecking order. I don't even know if they do that, but if they did, he would be the fourth guy.
Yeah, I say I agree with you. I think he'd be the fourth guy, maybe the third, because Hollywood Brown.
That's
Hollywood Brown is on a 1-year deal. But like DS said, whoever has the privilege of holding Royals during the game time will have their hands full, right? Because you're gonna have what? You're gonna have Xavier Worthy, Rasheed Rice. Just think about it. Travis Kelce, I know it's Noah Gray, but you're gonna have Mr. Jared Wiley, number 12 out there as well. Then you have, Jalen Royals, and that's gonna be
you only get 5 eligible, so relax.
Well, you gotta you can put somebody in the backfield, man. Maybe I was thinking too much of Matt. But again, I think they are gonna have a handful. I think this offense is gonna be on potential. Maybe you see the offense when Tyreek Hill and everybody else was here, and the Demarcus Robinson and all those guys was here as well. So maybe you see a different outcome of Royals, man. And he has the speed to do it. He's not he's a what 4.2? You said 4.2, 4.3?
4.42 he ran at the combine, but he had a 1.49 10-yard split, which I'm pretty sure was among the fastest of the receivers this year.
Yeah, so
I think we see. I might be a new guy or gal out there. G Pick, you want to throw that one up there, Hense? You see that?
Yeah, that's G Pick from yesterday. G Pick,
G Sizzle.
So
that's G Sizzle.
G Pick is new to me. All right,
go ahead.
Y'all see Simmons, Ragdoll, Gelati. Well,
everybody
but
that,
Coach.
Man.
Coach didn't see that.
That's embarrassed me, man.
He averted his eyes. Like, oh my goodness,
man, I was hot, and then he just slammed him down though, man. He threw my guy down, bro. Like for real, I was
always
hurt.
2 ways of looking at it. You got like this all-time left tackle now, gold jacket left tackle. What do you expect? Dude, yeah, he's a rookie.
See, hey, that's the first round guy. See, Simmons demonstrated why he's a first round guy. That man threw my guy, bro. Then the rumor is, on this rumor now, they said parking lot is getting work too. Parking lot Simmons putting in work on parking lot too. No man, I don't know.
Hey, maybe that's a lot of maybe If he can come out and if he's doing this in training camp, guys, and he do this in the preseason, that's what I said. That's gonna be like I said, put that man in the gauntlet. That's what Andy Reid. Maybe I talked to Andy Reid. I don't know. Maybe I use the drone and drop something over there and say, hey, put this man in the gauntlet. And that's what he's been doing. He had to go up against Chris Jones and everybody else. And now we're gonna have to see because the Cardinals are rebuilding a pass rush over there.
Yeah.
Over there in Arizona, and they got some of the some good guys that came out of the draft, and some good guys that came from the Eagles as well.
Darius Robinson looking good over there in AZ right now, man.
So we're gonna see what he, if he could potential to keep going into training camp with 12 days left.
Josh Sweat from the Eagles.
Yeah, if he can go over there and we can see this could translate over into from training camp, translate over to the field in Arizona, and the next game after that, I think it's Seattle, or then they can continue to transfer and going into the season, getting ready for the Chargers and Brazil. Now we got something to talk about. Now I don't know if the Chargers pass rush got better since they got rid of Bosa. You know what I mean? I don't know who they still got Cleo Mack, but other than that, I don't think they pass rush got any better. Their defensive line got any better. But other than that, man, he is out here rag handling people out here in training camp. Jalen Royals out here making noise at training camp. Even my guy, Parker Lot is out here making noise at training camp as well. Now, one guy I'm still waiting to hear stuff from is Bashard Smith. See what he's. I don't want to hear that he's fast coming out the backfield. I want to hear that he just his pass blocking got significantly better from college, just for him playing first year at running back, and he's coming out here and putting up noise with the pass blocking as well.
I'm guessing they weren't asking him to do a bunch of pass blocking at SMU. I mean, that's just just kind of the way things roll. When you're the main guy on offense, but it should be interesting to see how he works in. Crystal Lee vying to be the fourth guy in the bar today. So now you're making us hungry here. I do truly love number 4 Rasheed shrimp fried rice, but I haven't been this excited about a wide receiver since we drafted number 1, number 11, bringing in Thornton, who I wanted them to draft over more blue sky. Man, a lot of stuff going on here, Chris.
Yeah, man.
Pump the brakes a little bit, take a breath, maybe just do one take at a time. But and let's, again, all this has to be taken with a grain of salt because every team has to practice. Every team has to, and we have to have stuff to talk about. There's no games being played yet. This is all we have. And again, these are practices. So again, I never want to, temper or talk badly about a player, but I think I've given my stance on Tyquan Thornton, and everybody's just losing their minds over this guy. And again, 7-on-7s, 11-on-11, whatever. Let's just relax. Okay. If he turned out to be a player, that will be the first Baylor wide receiver to actually make an impact in the NFL. So it's just he's got to prove it. Isn't Missouri the show me state? You got to show me, man.
I mean, Lou, everybody in campus saying he is showing you, man. He's out there making plays, he's catching the ball, man. I get it, Lou. Everybody hyping him up. You know how it goes. But if he's performing in camp now, he is performing. He is performing.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, summer ball, practice, all those things still apply. So, hey, if he can translate that into games and show that, and then he can stay healthy. Yeah. Maybe he does make the back end of that receiver room. I don't know, but I'm just not very confident in it at this point.
I got you.
Not exactly sure what he'd have to show me something in those preseason games before I can say, okay, maybe we give him a chance on the 53.
So with that said, guys, we want to thank you guys for joining in with us today. Thank you guys for joining us on YouTube. Alert your friends, tell your, share it on your Facebook page, Instagram.
They probably forgot we were only YouTube today. So go on Instagram, go on TikTok, go on all the socials and tell them, hey, you want to watch this show? It's sitting there at Chiefs Blitz on YouTube. Go and check it out.
So with that said, guys,
we'd be eternally grateful.
We will see you guys Wednesday with Chiefs Who. We probably see you probably see Kareem back there then. So with that said, guys, have a joyful and nice Monday and enjoy the rest of your Monday. We'll see you guys Wednesday.
Peace.